皆さんこんにちは。今回はフランク・オーレンズ、クイーンズベリープロモーションズからニック・ボール選手とトレーナーのポール・スティーブンソン氏のサム・グッドマン戦後のインタビュー、またジャイ・マカリスター、ボクシング &MMA からオーストラリアのスポーツジャーナリスト、ピーター・バデル氏のインタビュー、そしてザ・パンチ・ポッドキャストからサム・グッドマン選手のプロモーター、ジョージ・ローズ氏のインタビューを取り上げて翻訳しました。そして、試合を終えたグッドマン選手は、こう投稿しています。サウジアラビアで戦えたことは本当に光栄だよ。この機会をくれたトゥルキとイベントを通しての待遇に感謝するよ。結果は自分が望んでいたものではなかったけど、またここに戻ってきて借りを返せることを楽しみにしてる。対してニック選手はこう投稿しています。スティル、望んでいたようなパフォーマンスではなかったけど、しっかりやるべきことはやった。自分らしい動きができず、一足のままって感じだったけど、勝ちは勝ち、それがチャンピオンというもの。どんな状況でも勝つんだ。応援してくれたみんな、そして会場に来てくれたみんなに感謝してるよ。本当にありがとう。今回グッドマン選手は負けてしまいましたが、世界での評価を高めました。再起戦にも注目が集まりそうです。では、インタビューの方を見ていきましょう。
I am with Nick Ball and still world champion, featherweight world champion. Nick, you said out there you weren't really happy with your performance, but one thing's for sure, your fights are always exciting.
Yeah, that's the thing. All that matters is I'm still world champion, so that's all that matters. Some nights aren't your best, are they? But as a champion, you've got to get through them. But I'll have to watch it back first before I speak too much on it. But the main thing is still standing here, world champion. Yeah.
And listen, if you hadn't have got the victory tonight, it would have been the first time in 37 years that the UK didn't have a British male world champion. How proud are you to be, flying the flag on the world stage for your country?
Massively proud, yeah, because seeing where it started off, it was right at the bottom on the small hall shows, selling tickets with people coming out to support me. And then people are still here to this day, right the way up to the top. So it means everything to me. It's something I've dreamed of as a kid.
Talk to me a bit about the fight. Obviously, Sam Goodman, he put in a good performance, to be fair to him, didn't he?
Yeah, he was. He was quite slippery. He was tough as well. I landed a few good shots on him, Adam Earth, and he come through it. So yeah, respect to him. I haven't got a bad word to say about him.
Now that's your third world title defence. Where can you go from here? Do you kind of see yourself now as one of the best fighters in the world, not just one of the best featherweights in the world?
Yeah, well, when people are watching boxing, they like watching exciting fights. And as I said before, my fights are always exciting. So people are going to continue to watch and tune into my fights at the highest level, which is world champion. But there's 3 more belts out there, so I wouldn't mind fighting for them and all the other big names, yeah.
And yeah, like I say, endless potential for you. Obviously everyone's been talking about that Inoue fight. Is that something you still want?
Yeah, definitely. It's been spoke about that much for it not to happen. Everyone wants it, so let's make it happen.
And I just want to bring in Paul Stevenson if I can. Paul, I know you're Nick's biggest fan. That's the third title defence. How proud of him are you?
Yeah, extremely proud. Champion got in there, done what he had to do, got a wide win really. Believed that the television had it quite close, but it wasn't a close fight in my eyes. I mean, we knew what the television was scoring, but they're not the judges, and I don't believe you can. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do. Goodman, he had his own tactics, but you can't really take a world title off a champion on a jab and a bit of movement. At the end of the day.
And like you said to me previously, he's not being given any easy fights. He's a real world champion now. You think that's the case?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at him. He's beat the 2 top featherweight champions in the world at the time. Then he's on his third title defence now in such a short time. The last 18 months for Nick, he's cleaning out the featherweight division. Now, there's big unification fights on the horizon. There's fights people are speaking about with Naoya Inoue, which we'd love to do next. So big things for Nick, and he's got that belt, and he's just getting better and better. So let's bring on them big ones.
I know you've got big plans for Nick. I know you fancied maybe a trip to Japan. You fancy a fight at Anfield. Maybe that's what one you've mentioned to me in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the team we've got at the gym, they could certainly sell out a football stadium, you know, and Andrew Kane stood over there, British champion, soon to be world champion. Nick's got his world belt. There's other boxers, Peter McGrail, other boxers coming up behind who are right behind, just ready to put their hands on their world titles. So these things are going to be big. Japan, I've actually been before. Inoue was there, and me and Ant said on the way home, we feel like we've got unfinished business with this place, and so I'm pretty sure, you know, we'd love to go back there anyway.
アンフィールドとは、イングランドプレミアリーグの名門クラブ、リバプールフットボールクラブのホームスタジアムです。1930年代にはボクシングの試合が行われていましたが、現在では行われていません。同じリバプール出身で、現 WBO 世界ライトヘビー級暫定チャンピオン、元 WBA 世界スーパーミドル級スーパーチャンピオンのカラム・スミス選手もアンフィールドでの試合を望んでおり、その候補にベテルビエフ、ビボル、デビッド・ベナミデス、アーソニー・ヤードの名前を挙げています。ニック・ボール選手をはじめ、リバプール出身のボクサーにとってアンフィールドで試合をすることは憧れの舞台のようですね。先ほどポール・スティーブンソン氏が話していた、日本に行ったことがあり、そこに井上もいた、というのは、おそらく彼の教え子であるピーター・マグレイル選手が2022年12月13日に有明アリーナで試合をした際のことだと思われます。その日のメインイベントは井上尚弥 vs ポール・バトラー戦で、井上選手がバンタム級4団体統一を達成しました。
Nick, how kind of thankful are you to this man here?
I can't really put it into words, to be honest. Yeah, he believed in me when no one else did. When I first walked in the gym at the start, when I had nothing, and he's seen everything in me, and it's proved off now because we're standing here world champion together, and I wouldn't be where I am today with him.
But for now, Bomber, let's talk about Sam Goodman this morning. Absolutely fantastic performance. First of all, what did you make of it all on that card in Riyadh?
Oh, look, I've got to say, Sam Goodman should be so proud of himself today. I thought he fought brilliantly. He was magnificent. I don't think he could have done any more, Stevie, but I will say I thought the judging was disgraceful. I thought two of the judges' cards were so wide. I mean, 118, 110, 117, 111. That was a joke. And I thought Sam Goodman deserved a lot better than that with the judges. I saw the other judge gave him 115, 113. I had the same scorecard for Ball, 7-5, so I'm not being patriotic. I think Nick Ball won the fight. However, Sam accounted himself so well. He lost the first round, but then I thought he was really comfortable. He found his range nicely. And about midway through the fight, I thought he was winning the fight. And then I'm told he hurt his shoulder in the 7th round. And that probably slowed him down a bit. But he should be so proud of that performance. And it shows he is genuinely world class. He can compete on the world stage.
To take that fight, he went up a few divisions in terms of his recent weights, Bomber. And he looked pretty comfortable in there, I thought, as well. He looked very, very fit. The decision is one that's perplexed most of us in Australia. Do you think that's an Australian-centric take? Because I think for the most part, a lot of the British commentary, Pete, said that it was, definitely one round in it, 115, 113 either way, or the draw at 114 all. So, yeah. I mean, is there a sense of inevitability about it, Pete, that it was always going to go that way?
Oh, no, I don't think so, Stevie. Look, I don't think we're being overly patriotic or too biased at all. I mean, I was listening to the DAZN English commentary, and I know they were nervous. They were saying, I saw in the lead scorecard, he had it 5-all with 2 rounds to go. And I do think, Stevie, in those championship rounds, Sam just didn't do quite enough. I thought he was actually the better boxer than Nick Ball, but Nick Ball's strength really impressed me. He's so powerful, and he just kept coming. It was punches in bunches that really got him the decision in the end. So I thought Nick Ball was the winner of the fight overall, but I actually thought in terms of fight IQ, in terms of execution, in terms of punch selection, I thought Sam Goodman was the superior fighter, but Nick Ball's power and volume was the difference when it mattered.
So moving forward for Sammy now, Pete, what's your thoughts about what happens next? He's definitely put himself, in the shop window on the world stage. We saw Turkey tweeting afterwards that he was very happy with him, that he'd like to see him again on a ring card, and there's a bit of him feeding into the narrative there for us Aussie fans. What do you think that means for Sammy now moving forward?
Maybe Turkey was smoking the peace pipe with no limit after bagging Tim Tszyu. What do you think, Stevie?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I
very possible.
試合後、トゥルキ氏は X にこう投稿しました。サム・グッドマンは、ニック・ボールとの試合で本当に素晴らしいパフォーマンスを見せたと思う。彼は多くのスキルを披露し、ラウンドも接戦だった。今後のリアドシーズンやリングマガジンのイベントでもっと彼を見たいと思う、とグッドマン選手を称えました。しかし、2025年7月19日に行われた セバスチャン・フンドラ vs ティム・ズー戦では、敗者のズー選手に対し、最初から言ってきたように、キムズーは、リアドシーズンやリングマガジンのイベントに出る資格はない。彼はリアドシーズンのチャンピオンのスパーリングパートナーとしてなら役立つだろう、と投稿しました。このツイートは、ズー選手のプロモーターであるジョージ・ローズ氏の目にも留まり、彼はこう話しました。私は倒れているものをさらに切るような真似はしない。キムズーは、ラスベガスのレム GM グランドガーデンアリーナで、パッケオ対マリオ・バリオス戦の興行に出て、世界タイトルマッチを戦ったんだ。そんな舞台に立つチャンスを得ること自体すごいことだし、そこで世界タイトル戦に敗れることになったとしても、それは相当な高いレベルでの経験だ。そんな舞台で戦う選手を貶めることなんて絶対にしない。敗れたとしても、それは彼にとっての露点ではないんだ。一方でバデル氏とインタビュアーは、トゥルキ氏のグッドマン選手に関するツイートには何か別の意味があるのではないかと見ています。
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I think his stocks have been far from disgraced. I think they've been elevated, Sam Goodman. I mean, anyone that watched that fight worldwide would say that he is genuinely world class, that he belongs on that stage. And look, that was one of his most impressive performances, and it was at 126. So, look, I think he'll go back down to super bantamweight. I know he wants the monster Inoue. Maybe that never happens. He had his chance twice and missed it. But I still think there's a world title there for Sam Goodman. He showed today that he can win a world title with the right fight on the right stage, and that time will come for me.
So you think it'll be a home fight next, Pete? Maybe back end of the year, early next year. He's done enough to show the world that he can, have a world title, host it perhaps, maybe go back down now and fight for that world title once things become clearer with Inoue, maybe, Pete?
Yeah, look, Stevie, at the end of the day, I think after that performance, Sam Goodman still calls the shots in a lot of corners. And look, he's got a good team behind him at No Limit, a good team in his camp. And they'll look to maybe get maybe an international opponent out here, someone highly ranked. But, Sam Goodman will still be highly ranked in the world rankings, which is what's important. So I don't think a world title shot will be too far away for him again. But once again, he should be so proud because he fought with injury for the last 4 or 5 rounds and he took Nick Ball all the way. It was a really scary moment for Nick Ball. And he did show, Nick Ball said to us, Stevie, the Australian media before the fight, that his best would be better than Sam Goodman's best, and he was proven right.
Get into it. Let's bring up Sam Goodman this morning. What a performance! And I guess he's landed himself on the world scene, which we knew. Yeah. He just got his opportunity, but sadly fell short, and some ridiculous cards too, by the way.
Yeah, look, I was really disappointed with the cards. I don't think that gave Sam Goodman the respect that he deserved for that fight. I thought it was a very close fight, and I mean, I'm biased for Sam, and I felt that it was going 7-5 either way. I thought that they both had rounds that they won clearly, and then I thought that there was a lot that were really close. It could have come down to a few punches to decide which way they went, but Sam Goodman didn't lose any fans. He, if anything, he proved that he belongs on that elite stage, that elite level, and the performance going up a weight as well. This isn't even his natural weight. He's gone up in weight against a thick, very, very good champion in his third defence and put on a hell of a performance.
He looked good at featherweight, I thought. Like, as far as, I know Nick Ball's a short ass, but he looked like he against any of the others that are in that weight class, I think he'd still find a home there. Has he said to you if his plans to go back, or was that a vacation fight? Or
no, look, to be honest, I think he will go back down. Like he's campaigned at super bantamweight for so long, and he's got such a strong reputation there.
サム・グッドマン選手はボクシングシーンのインタビューで2025年中に必ずもう一度リングに戻りたいと語りました。11月末や12月でも構わないとして、今年は3試合を目指すとのことです。目標は変わらず、世界チャンピオンになることで、スーパーバンタム級、フェザー級どちらでも挑む覚悟を示しています。リヤドでのニックボール戦については、自分が勝っていたはずとしながらも、世界レベルで通用することを証明できたと振り返りました。試合をコントロールしていたが、相手にチャンスを与え、接戦に見えてしまった、と反省点も口にしています。もっと頭を使って戦うべきだった。次は接戦にせず、最初から最後まで圧倒する、と成長を誓い、敗戦から学ぶ姿勢を強調しました。採点については、118対110や117対111は納得できない、としつつも、ジャッジを責めるつもりはない。もっとはっきり勝たなければならなかった、と話しました。最後に、泣き言を言っても仕方ない、 悔しいが、立ち直って再び世界タイトルを追いかける、と力強くコメントしています。
This was just an opportunity that presented itself and a world title shot for him. Get that experience. I thought he'd done a fantastic job. I think that he's proved that he's ready to compete against the top of the divisions.
As Sam's promoter, what do you make of tweets from Turkey saying he loves him and wants to get him all these Riyadh season cards?
It's like with any fighter, you just need to be seen. You need to be seen. It's an opportunity to be seen. We've been telling everyone that Sam Goodman is the best in the division, in the super bantamweight division for a long time, and he got the chance to show it. People wonder whether Aussies can go out and do it on the world stage, and he showed that he can do it on the world stage. He can mix it. He can step up. He wasn't overawed at all. I thought he handled himself very well during the week as well. Through the press conference and everything else, I thought he really handled himself well and shows that he belongs there.
The good thing I like is when you see fighters go, I just wasn't my best tonight, and that's what Nick Ball said, but great fighters take that away from you.
Yeah.
And that's what Sam did. He absolutely disarmed him.
And that's why I think that the scorecards really didn't show the fight for what it was.
¿Qué tal amigos? Bienvenidos a Boxing Scene al Día, aquí en los estudios de Pro Box TV. Les saluda Ricardo Celis. Hoy tenemos un show sumamente explosivo porque tenemos a dos cartuchos de dinamita. Como siempre, vía Zoom tenemos a mi compañero Juan Manuel Dinamita Márquez, el miembro del Salón de la Fama. Y también tenemos al gran boxeador Ramón Dinamita Cárdenas. Mi estimado Ramón, bienvenido aquí a Boxing.